Hi folks, gonna talk to you just for a while, right? Try to explain you what you saw, here in this video, for previously. Okay, right? It's gonna be posted soon, right? First part I did, was a lower body. Okay, standing calf dumbbell on the dumbbell. So I placed myself, my body weight on the dumbbell, on the dumbbell, right? And I did, 4 sets of 15, right? Okay. And then I go, I went, for the squat, my body weight. I'm always working with my body weight on the squat here. I'm gonna tell you why. Try to explain you why briefly, right? Got a, right knee shoulder injuries, couple not injuries, but arthrosis, right? And just for example, last February exactly, right? I had trouble, to walk, right? I had pain, all the time here. And what I did, I really reduced, my legs training, intensity. And now I'm back on squat, but I'm only using, my body weight, my body weight, right? When I do that, 4 sets of 15, what you saw for 4 sets of 15 reps, right? I worked on it, I felt my legs, correctly, 100%, right? And I did, stiff leg dumbbell deadlift, using light weights, very light weights, 20 pounds, only 20 pounds, right? Okay, all combined together, 3 different exercises for the lower body, 4 sets, okay, 4 sets, and I felt extremely well, I felt, what I did, that's the main goal, you train, your primary purpose should be about fitting your muscle, your muscle working, What I did last night, I carb ups. Yeah, I carb ups because I'm very low fatty, low carbs, pardon me, very low carbs. And I was at the point, when I just didn't feel a good tone, right? But what you need to know about next week, I'll be just performing on 3 days. 3 days only training. I'm training usually 4 days a week, right, on a regular basis. And after 6 or 7 weeks, okay, I'm taking 5 days off. And next week, starting by this Monday, right? I'll be off. I'll be training only 3 times or maybe 4 times, depends, right? And I'll be off for 5 days, 5 days straight. I need a break, right? Body needs a break, to recuperate, I need a rest, right? I'm gonna do that. Afterward, what you saw here, I use, a cable, right? Well, here it's not a cable, it's a resistance band, right? I use this, and I did, for 4 sets of 15. Almost, no break, 2 sets, I did. I performed 2 sets. I took a couple of minutes, I drank water, and then I have continued on it for another 2 sets, straight, 4 sets of 15 reps, right? And I felt, my lat properly, the same as well, right? And what you haven't seen is I did chest, I did chest press, for 4 sets of 15 here, okay? But I didn't film it, was done. Yesterday I'd be training as well, but only my arms, my forearms, I'd be working my grip, I'd be working my grip as well, my hands. I want to get my hands a little bit, bigger, so there's an exercise I do, what you won't see in a commercial gym, and just by the way, I want to tell you something about a commercial gym. For me, it's over, right? I prefer to train here, for many reasons in my 1-bedroom apartment, than going in a commercial gym, when you have so much, I'm gonna tell you in my words, right? Fucking tourists. Fucking tourists, with their cell phones, they don't train, you wanna go train, you don't wanna use a machine or stuff, right? They're on their texting or the cell phones. And for me, it makes no sense, I'm a old school guy, I'm 54 years old, been training for 40 years now, I'm getting used, I'm getting used, my body is he responds to me when I tell me sometimes, that take a break, like my knees, for example. I've been training all my life, in a commercial gym, the problem we have today, I'm gonna tell you again, fucking tourist gym, They go to the gym, they don't train, they don't have no intensity, they don't have the work ethics, they work, they're all on their cell phone, and for me it makes no sense. I prefer to train here. And for the summer as well, so I'm going to park, outdoor training at the park, and I park, and I have peace of mind, I'm by myself, there's no wasting time, You train, you do your stuff, I punch in, I punch out, it's like work, and then just right afterward, afterward, got peace of mind. I actually gonna go cook. That's what I did, here, What I'm doing here, it's all stuff, all kinds of things, or exercises that you can do, could be performing as well for you at home, right? You just need to know how to train, and to get the equipment, See, I have a couple of dumbbells here, weights. I don't train heavy. I don't need to train heavy anymore, right? But I'm gonna tell you one thing, and for me, it's my reality. If I'm still alive, okay, I'm 54, in 25 years, a few years from now, I'll be training. I'll be training because, I want to prevent injuries, right? And that's why, you see me here squatting, just only with my body weights. I have enough, right? I have enough, right? And I don't put, any pressure on my joints, right? Which I call on my knees here, okay? And I feel a pump, I just want working to regain mass above my legs, okay, right? It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back, okay, right? And it works. So this is my channel. This is what I do. This is what I'm trying to explain you, right? And the most important things, right? What the most important thing, right? Talk about training, talk about sports. You have to keep in mind, right? You need to be healthy. You need to remain healthy. You need to train smart, right? To use, your brain, right? Yeah, use your mind, use your head, right? And train smart to prevent injuries, to prevent injuries. And it was my message to me. Have a great day. Thank you. And be careful, folks, okay? Be careful. Stay healthy.